Wander Wealthy Podcast, episode 137. Hello, my babes. Welcome back to another episode of the Wander Wealthy Podcast. My name is Tess Wicks. I am the host of this show, and I am super pumped that you are here today because we are starting a brand new series. Over the next 12 days, as you probably noticed from the title, we are going to be doing the 12 days of money mindset. From December 12th to December 23rd, you're going to get a new topic of money mindset to discover, as well as a journal question or perhaps a challenge that you can take and work on until the next episode goes live. Now, there's going to be a new episode every day, so it's kind of a one-day homework assignment, little challenge, something to really get you thinking about your money mindset. Now, I put together this series because I think that even for me, being someone who is very analytical and, has a very structured way of doing things, when I thought about finances, I was like, oh, it's very cut and dry. When I started to get into the money mindset world, I was a little skeptical and I couldn't really grasp a lot of the woo-woo nature of mindset and especially money mindset. However, I knew that it was important. I knew this was something I needed to lean into, discover more about, and I knew there were probably other people out there who had similar concerns, but also similar interests. They knew that it was important. They knew they wanted to learn a little bit more, but a lot of the people that were talking about money mindset or mindset in general, it was a little too out of their grasp of being able to talk about a topic that they could really wrap their head around and feel like, okay, this has some either scientific backing or just some rationality to it. So I wanted to introduce this series to help introduce to you if you are new to money mindset or you just want to practice a little bit more and really, get into the nitty-gritty of money mindset a little more, especially during this holiday season. Working on your relationship with money is always a great thing to do. Then this is going to be a fun adventure for us. So most of these episodes are going to be relatively short, and we're going to be also creating videos. So you might be watching this already over on YouTube. And if you want to join us for the videos, you can do so by going to youtube.com/wanderwealthy by Tess Wicks. Otherwise, if you prefer podcast versions, then you can always find the Wander Wealthy podcast over on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and they might even be uploaded to YouTube just from the audio version as well. But regardless, you can get great content and you can expect over the next 12 days, we're going to be doing this kind of challengey type of thing. And really for me, it's an invite to you to help walk you through money mindset in a more intimate place, but that has some structure to it, that really feels like something you can grasp in a bite-sized way. So each day we're going to be uncovering a money mindset topic. I'm going to be sharing a little bit about it, and then I'm going to be giving you a challenge or a question to journal on. Now, there's two other things that you might want to know about. One is that we're going to be doing a live webinar, an online training in the new year, January 7th and 8th. There's going to be 3 total live trainings. I'm giving you a couple of different options to get involved if your schedule can allow it. So you can join us, and I just invite you to check out the live training page first and foremost by going to wanderwealthy.com/webinar. And there you can sign up for the 3 different time slots. Like I said, it's the 7th, I believe it's 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, or the 8th at 11 a.m. or 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So a couple of options for you to join us for these live trainings. We're really going to be diving into a money mindset topic that I will be revealing in a couple of the episodes, or if you go check out the webpage, you'll find out all about it. Now, in addition, if you sign up for the webinar, you will also get immediately emailed to you a 12 days of money mindset checklist. So you can check off every single day that you're able to participate. And don't worry if you're starting this like 7 days after we already started, or even 7 months after we already started. You can still Get the checklist. There might be a different way for you to get your hands on it if it's 7 months down the road, if we've already done the webinar, but I will make sure to upload that and update that in the show notes. But you can get it by signing up for the webinar. Again, go to wanderwealthy.com/webinar. And we will email you the checklist. So you'll get a checklist, and that will have the journal questions or challenges for you to do each day as well. So you get a little bit of homework to do before the next podcast or the next video goes live. And it's just a way to get you actively engaged and involved in discovering your own money mindset. So let's get into day one. This will definitely by far be the longest video and longest podcast episode, just because I wanted to share some of that housekeeping for you. So day one is uncovering the question, what is money mindset? So money mindset is your unique and individual set of core beliefs about money and how money works in your world. I got this from a blog post, and actually the blog post was written by a money coach, a fellow money coach. Her name is Debbie Sassen, I believe is how you say it. And I absolutely loved this definition of money mindset because I think the most important thing is that it is your unique and individual set of core beliefs. It's no one else's. You get to own your own mindset. And for a lot of us, what that really means is our beliefs are shaped by our thoughts. And a belief is just a thought that we repeat over and over again. And our beliefs are shaped by our thoughts. Our thoughts conjure up these sort of states, emotions, feelings, if you will. Our feelings oftentimes are the driver of our behaviors. They influence our behaviors, and a behavior repeated over and over again becomes a habit. And this is really, what are the actions that we're taking in our lives? Usually we're going to take actions from a state that we're in. And if we're not in a really happy state, we're probably not going to take actions that lead to happiness. We're going to take actions that, feel like they were influenced by not a really happy state. So you can see how our actions are really influenced by our state, by our feelings and emotions. And obviously, the actions that we take, especially the actions that we repeatedly take, which are our habits, those lead to our results. And so what's really unique about this is if you can look at the results that you're getting in specifically your financial life, they have a direct reflection of the thoughts that you're having, most likely about your finances, about money. And this doesn't always seem so obvious. If you're sitting here and you're thinking, well, I'm broke. I'm not reaching my financial goals. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. You're probably faced with the reality of, okay, do I have a broke mindset? And this is a question that is just one that we're going to start asking. You don't have to find the answer yet, but we're just going to start asking. And for a lot of us, we don't necessarily feel like we might have a broke mindset, but we have to start peeling back the layers and uncovering, what do I really think about money? What is my unique and individual set of core beliefs that I have about money? And the interesting thing is, your money mindset isn't always chosen or developed by you. The cool thing is you can absolutely change your thoughts and you can change your beliefs. But when you start getting into this work, you realize that, oh, wow, I didn't actually choose these beliefs. They have been chosen for me. And now it is my responsibility, if I want to change the results that I'm getting in my life, to start peeling back these layers and identify what those beliefs are, maybe perhaps identify where they came from, and work on changing them. A lot of times our beliefs, they are programmed in us from childhood, from when our subconscious part of our brain, the part that's responsible for just running our body, and it's like the operating system of our body, making sure we're breathing and we're eating and we're able to walk and we're doing all these things that we don't have to actively think about throughout the day. Our subconscious part of our brain was programmed between the ages of 0 and 7 or 8. And during this time, we also started developing beliefs about money. And these beliefs were actually passed down from our parents and probably passed down from their parents. And they could be generation upon generation upon generation of beliefs about money that have been passed down to us. And sure, they might have been iterated along the way, but that's where most of our core beliefs are really driven from. And so if we can start identifying that, that also kind of takes the pressure off. If you're like, oh my gosh, my results are not what I want them to be, what's going on? Well, apparently they're because of the thoughts that I have. What are the thoughts that I'm thinking and the beliefs I'm holding on to? Oh, those aren't mine. And now you get to go into really uncovering those beliefs and deciding how you're going to start changing them. Now, easier said than done, but we're going to start diving into this work a little bit more throughout the next 12 days, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to really work on them, especially in the free online training, the webinar that we're hosting in early January. So make sure you go to wanderwealthy.com/webinar so you can get on the list. You can get the free checklist of this 12 days of money mindset, and you can get the question or the challenge for the day. Now, I am going to share that question for you. And this is what I want you to do today. I want you to, in a journal, find a nice blank notebook or start a new page on your journal that's dedicated to the 12 days of money mindset. And this is what I want you to journal about. Identify what behaviors and habits you are participating in that you want, or maybe you really feel like you need to change in order to change your financial or your money reality. And then see if you can't trace back those behaviors and habits to a state. What state are you in when you are operating in, these habitual behaviors? Are you sad? Are you stressed? Stress is a big one. Do you feel anxious? Are you fearful? Are you happy? Are you feeling motivated? What sort of state are you taking action and behaviors that you do want to ultimately change? So most likely it's not going to be a happy, motivated state, but it could be. Who knows? We want to start really peeling back these layers, like I said. Then define and determine what are the thoughts that are creating this state. How do you get into this state in the first place? They're caused by our thoughts, and this is a cognitive, psychological kind of method, or I guess a model. It's a model of cognitive psychology. It's also a model that we use in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So we can talk about this more another day, but identify what are the thoughts that are leading to this behavior. And if you can identify those thoughts, that's the starting point. That's the root point. And there might be several thoughts that lead to being stressed or feeling anxious, but we just want to start, again, peeling back those layers and identifying those thoughts, identifying those core beliefs. So that is your challenge for the day. Go ahead and journal on that. Just start really uncovering what's going on, and I will check in with you tomorrow. So until tomorrow, I hope you all wander wealthy.